Welcome back to my Empires recap, week 25. What's been happening this week? Let's find out. Pixlriffs was able to show off his current starter loot, while also the startings of his center workshop in the village before Exuma comes flying in, where Pixlriffs show off the place. Proceeding would be being given a tour of X's skull and the beginnings of a hole where David 5.0 will be built underneath the base itself. As a down payment, it's given 64 diamonds to be able to get resources for the machine, plus a free ender chest. First stop would be Impulse's bookshop with the man himself, being able to get Efficiency 5 and Unbreaking 3, while on his own getting Silk Touch, Affinity, Fortune 3 and Mending, while his tools get some punny names.
One is going to be called My Name is Pixlriffs. Our writer is Zloy XP. And I have to work on which of the bow or the shovel works best for captions on this video were provided by Liara, but I think I'm probably still going to rename my sword this week on Hermitcraft, just in case I kill somebody with it.
Now having all the needs so far, proceeds to dig all of the holes for the machine to actually be able to fit. This would only just be the first stage to this operation. Phase 2 would be actually building David itself, being able to age 430 copper at once compared to Empire's 180. But that would be a project for another time. Sausage would have lost all of his stuff from Empires, but still has his star, but it has been reverted back to its stick state. Gem would fly in almost exclusively for his head, accepting to give with also a tour around his new castle. In return is shown her base, including the headroom, being punched away after discomplimenting her use of cobblestone as a pathway. Shows Whip around the castle, who just wants diamonds and then luckily lagging into his inventory. Wanting to make sure he can still go back home, returns to the rift in green space and goes through no problem. Just in case of Sausage going through the portal, Hermes would be being taken care of by Eddie, now learning new stuff how to make them weaponry. Spoiled as always. Returning back to Hermitcraft using his staff, can't the other way round, as in Hermitcraft it is just a stick. So meets Joel in a shopping district to learn about the Christmas village. While there, Jevin is also there giving out 3 Christmas themed hats to him and Shelby, while also giving out 3 enchanted gear, elytra, rockets, totems and XP bottles. He truly is Santa. Getting to work, Sausage would need a place to live, so sets up his village house before getting interrupted by Jim and Scar about the secret Santa sleigh that has also popped up in the village. Who he got will be a surprise for later. Scott giving some dye to Shelby and showing her his new villager designs. Later meets her in the bridge's secret market just to hear an emergency horn to see if everything's alright or not, which it isn't, with it being chaos of hermits wanting to leave. The rift still being open, Scott is one of those who went through it, where his hat is now gone on the other side. However, he would need a way out of this hole, so he's thrown some wings by Cleo just to be able to get out before heading to Scarland, which is where he would stay for the foreseeable future. Whip being sold a giblet from Ren for a variety of stuff including jelly, removes the cacti from his elytra course while adding supports to the rings, which now makes them both safe and structurally sound. While this was going on, Goblin engineers were able to find a new stone, basalt, which have a farm proceeded to be built for it with a beacon so he could get it instantaneously, while also glorifying it with a lava tank, smokestack and a water collection from the river. Having built defences for the tower for Tango to stay, it wouldn't be enough. Hermits raid the tower back to Hermitcraft, so him and other Empire members might as well too. Hermitcraft would be slightly different to what he's used to. He's back to normal, and does Scarland have rent? Good for him, there would be a place for him to get his bearings, in a place where dreams come true, opposite to Scott. Joel would want his own place in the village in a similar style to Stratos, but unfortunately, as not having the same abundance of resources at Stratos in Hermitcraft, has to gather them here instead. The shopping district only provides concrete powder, but fortunately it's gifted some quartz by Joey and Joe, while also doing some potentially unauthorized trading with some other people's villagers. Having all he needs to build his house, which includes elements of lower Stratos as well as of struggles, included would be a pathway with some trees to give some life to the place. Wanting to join in on the holiday fun, gets driven for the secret Santa, which he has an idea for. A child. But to create a child, you need 2 people, so he gets Jim on the quest with him. Shocked, could never think why. Confused how to make a child, Joel shows the method, which is still successful.
Baby. And then spin around and... Oh, look at that! Oh, what? A child appeared. Oh my gosh.
A child.
Lovely,
Oh my
jubbly.
gosh.
That is crazy.
Our child?
Our
And now having the child, it needs a name, which Jim is allowed to do, calling him Tiny Tom. Putting the child straight up for adoption, leaves the child in a present box at Jevin's base. Hopefully he likes him, as a child isn't just for Christmas. Sausage would have kept to his words and upgraded the throne room, including window repairs and a statue of himself on the throne to give out handshakes. Yet it wouldn't be too long before transporting to a familiar castle courtyard to find a stick of the Staff of Sanctuary and a whip head and an anvil before meeting with that world's Bubbles, surrounded by statues of heads of himself. He would love to meet this world's version of himself, but is warned by Bubbles to get out as he is close. Transported back to our current timeline, remembers he has worn that crown before entering Hermitcraft, and that he built those buildings, but he needs to remember a name which has been forgotten. Seeing Jem's archer statue is transported to a realm with another statue similar to it, but with meeting Bubbles, he isn't ready to go to the spirit realm just yet. Mining for diamonds to proceed to spend it at the shopping district, encounters Pearl in her cleaning shop, told how she sells valuable trash, getting him to buy a diamond ore and an enchanted golden apple for an IOU each, before being shown all of her other services. A trading shop. Memories? Pearl? Memories? Where else could this form of trading idea come from, Pearl? But unfortunately, she isn't like him, knowing all of the vision stuff, so says he was just wondering. Next stop would be her actual base, where those sunflowers of her would have came from him, as he threw some in the portal one day before the hermits came. Maybe looking too far. Finds a secret research lab upstairs in the base, looking at the 1.9 related stuff. Ominous. Are you leading a double life, pal? Returning back home, needs materials to build Secret Santa, but one is exclusive to Sanctuary, so returns back to Empires for some magic. Checking on family before returning back to Hermitcraft to build the spaceship gift from a man who likes science fiction, Scar. But not all was shown, as that's for us to find out when we watch Scar's episode. During his travel back home, was transported to a world where he looked sus, was translucent, and could resize himself as pleased. Pearl would love this. Solidarity, still being trapped in green space, gets helped by Joe, who'd give him some get out wings before being left directions to the shopping district. Finding his own way round, Jim finds his way to Scarland, somewhere he has always wanted to go. Eventually, it wouldn't be too long until he finds the shopping district, where he'd be introduced with many people to the Christmas village, while also being given his own hat, elytra, and armor. Building his own house there, and given a little rejig by Grin, is able to decorate it now with snow and stalactites to increase the two vibes wanted, Tumbletown and Christmas. Getting Impulse in a Secret Santa sets him up a treasure hunt led by riddles starting at Ibai, where each complete riddle would lead him to a chest of goodies like diamonds and emeralds, and a book with the next clue until the last one, which would tell who did the gift. From departure for Pix, the village has expanded, including the Secret Santa sleigh, where the button is pushed, but we aren't allowed to know who it is just yet. Doing finishing touches of his workshop and freezing over the ravine as if it were a lake, X would come and show him the rarest place on the server, a place where all frogs can spawn, while also its frog-like farm. Meanwhile, Jiven would have a giant gift for him, including a 4-layered glass maze inside for him to get his prize of goodies. This wouldn't have been too hard, as Pix is still able to get through all the mazes with relative ease.
Oh, that looks long, but it's a dead end.
That's a dead end
too. Oh no!
Gotta go back. My little platform is blocking me from seeing you.
Oh, yep. He's found the ladder. He's aced it.
Perfect. Okay.
His prize at the end would include an enchanted golden apple, 4 netherite ingots, 12 diamond ore, 6 stacks of rockets, 6 totems, and 4 stacks of pork chop. A well reward indeed, and a reward well appreciated. Having a lot of building to do with David 5.0, but he's to build all of it in one go with essentially precise accuracy to what he was meant to do. Except by putting in some shovels in place, the compound machine is to be aged. After some AFKing by X, it is time to test if this machine is truly working, which it is, but some things needed to be troubleshooted as they didn't have a full return just yet. Thwip would enjoy the simple things going on around him, watching Scar building a Christmas tree, which just turned out to be some garland instead. This wouldn't stop the absurd amount of lag happening, which causes several stacks of items to lag in his inventory. How strange. These laggy materials would be put to good use, being used to decorate his apartment, including a living room, bar, and changing area. Scar would the bedroom from his mattress order. Returning sometime later, goes to see what Scar has done with his bedroom, which including something that he didn't expect. Mr. Cuddles the Avenger would be on his bed. Best to stay away from that one. So this would be done by a visit to Pearl and her base, being shown the investigation room, portal, a special farm, and the general area of the place. Thanks for watching my Empire Season 2 recap. Make sure to like and subscribe with the bell so you never miss a recap. Maybe even leave in a comment as well. Goodbye.